And I wish they would fix that. So now I've taken Spain, including the islands. And that just leaves all of Russia. So 5,000 points. Let's go. Let's get a connection going to Mongolia if we can. You know what? We should just do this. Make sure that this is where the Japanese advance stops. Right there. Very good. And then connect the territory as best as we can. Now they could still take stuff in here, but they usually don't. They just sit on their points, or they drop out of the conference and we get the rest of the points and we can just take whatever we want. Oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. This will also help in our war against the Allies. All the extra resources. So, what's left? Amur. I don't want that. That's completely disconnected from my territory. Why would I want that? If it's disconnected and doesn't have a harbor, you can't get supplies in there. So, I'm just gonna say done. I'm done. This is it. Get all the stuffs, even blue and yellow. I'm getting all the stuffs. Okay. German Empire took 133 estates. Romania took 6. That's the ones they had their war going on over here, Bessarabia and stuff. Spain was annexed. Finland was annexed. Mongol Empire was puppeted. And Japan took 22 states. Siberia. Alright. That means we now have this complete army group, including our elite tanks, free to turn west. That's the only war that we have left. Central Powers and Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere against the Allies. And we have to defeat the UK, the British Raj and the US. We do have a connection to the Raj. But this is impassable terrain, so we can't move in there. Ah, that's a pity. That is a pity. Do we have access to you? Are you in that same... You are in that same war. Yup, you belong to the Greater East Asian thing. Are you a puppet? Protectorate, yeah, you are a puppet. Well, if we are in the same war, do we have access to their territory? Not yet. We will, in a second. Japan, do we have access to yours? Well, we will, in a second. Because you're fighting the same war. It's relatively easy then. So, we can go through here. That should be a thing. Tanks in the Raj. It's all mountains and desert. And, no, tanks, not a good idea. They get stuck everywhere. We're gonna use this army. Why? Oh, because they haven't answered yet. Now, right? Haha. Better. And all of you should go back to standard attack mode. Come on. You go... You get an offensive line. It doesn't really matter. Somewhere in here. Just go. Everybody should be assigned. All 24 divisions, that's perfect. Do we need any more troops over here? I mean, it just heightens our war contribution because we're actually fighting. Over here we're not fighting that much anymore. Unless we're pushing back. So, tanks. I've had it with this front. Come on, come on. Can I? What's the matter? There, thank you. Go here, attack. Go. And everybody else, go to Berlin. Just sit there. You guys, you are expeditionary forces that I don't need anymore. You can go home. And the remaining 5, delete your orders. Go to... Go to Brussels and wait for further instructions. We're fighting, still. Now let's have a look at all of this. First of all, since the war ended me at the victory conference and the screen refreshed, we finally have this button again and we can get rid of all of that. How's our navy doing? You actually managed to get home, huh? Still repairing, that will take a while. Yeah, no, that's looking good. I like that. The submarines are doing their job. We have a lot of free stuff that we need to take care about in a second. Don't care about that, don't care about that. Do we need to modify anything? The only thing we could do is that. And we are still getting manpower. There's no need to do anything. This would be an interesting idea. You. Cabinet all done. Anything good? No. 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 And these are all Nazi only, and we are not. So, no. There's nobody we can invite to faction right now, which is sad. But we don't really need to, right? So we need to wait for our armies to get where they need to be. So the tanks need to be over here pretty fast. So let's just railroad them all the way over here. That drops their organization and their ability to attack down to 5%. But from here to the front line it takes a while, so they can get that back up and then they can attack and just drive everybody out. We also need to make sure that we get an invasion going again. How are we on doing invasions by now? Pretty good. Capacity total of 50. We could do that next. That would get us up to 150. That's 6 full armies that could attack at the same time by sea. Oh, America, you won't like it when I'm coming. You will definitely see it when I'm coming, but you won't like it. So, how do we set that up? Who is going? They are all relatively experienced. You're crap. You're guarding the coastline. You're still over here. Once the tanks arrive, these guys will not be used for anything else, and they have the best experience level. So, might as well just use these guys. Now, I think we're just gonna go right through the channel and not do what we did before, to attack through here. Let's see, what is our penalty here? There's 9 enemy ships, there's nobody, and there's nobody. Yeah, oh, forget what I said. We're gonna do what we did before. Maybe this time it will actually work. So, let's set that up. We're gonna go from here. And we're gonna land... Where are we gonna land? We need to have a port as fast as we can. So, I want to land... How about we do this? Actually land on a port, or close to. I like that idea. Let's lock that in. There's nobody assigned to that plan because they still have a front line and everybody's fighting. But we will delete this and assign them all over here. Having that right now means that we can actually prepare that invasion. It says we don't have air superiority or ships on missions in that sea zone. That's good. We're gonna rectify that soon. Soon, in that case, is actually now. We're gonna take that. You are repairing? Really? For what reason? Those. Yeah, you're gonna stop that. You're gonna go engage, and you're gonna go convoy escort. No. We're gonna go search and destroy. Screw you. And we're gonna go here, here, and here. That is the most dangerous part. Well, we do have enough submarines. I think we can manage. Alright, so they're gonna do that. We do not have air superiority over here. No, they have 2,600 fighters and we only have 700 something. Okay. We almost have superiority here, even though they have 700, but they don't have the mission efficiency. They have to fly a longer distance to get here. And we have the better fighters, so that's good. Next raid! Mortuary is raiding! Hello, Mortuary. How are you doing, my friend? That's number 3 today. I'm feeling quite well with that. You are still doing that. Why are you still doing that? Because you're attached to an army. That one. And that army is stationed here. No, it's okay. You do that. Naval bombers are concentrating on that area. That's good because there's no shipping happening over here right now, so they might as well just do the most damage where they can. Do we have more fighters? 600. We have a lot more close air support though. Do we have room on these airports? There's 1,000. There's also almost 1,000. So how about we add some close air support? Buff this up to 1,000. That's that one. We're gonna split this. Can we already? No, we need to wait until they are deployed. And then we're gonna split them in nice and easy to handle. How do we do naval strike for now? Sure. Right. That should work out. Still under the limit. That's good. Yeah, this is a group of 750 max, and this is 1,000 max, so we're at 1,750 and we have room for 1,800. That's good. No, we're just going to keep it as it is. Perfect. Let's continue the game. Also, actually... Okay, thank you. Now we have a war goal against a country that doesn't exist anymore, which is why we can't do these, because Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. Alright, what else can we do? What is left? Nothing. Well, that's awful. Heavy fighter models I don't care about. Radar. We could still do radar, sure. Jack technology research time minus 10%. Awesome. Let's do that. We're getting close to that. We're almost in 45, so yeah, that's a good idea. Everything green. It's good. We're not deploying anybody. We could. We have the manpower, but then again, we do have enough armies. We just need to use them. We have all the resources. Are we still trading for resources? Yeah. And we probably need to. A little bit. Okay, let's do a little bit. From Portugal. Because we're actually connected by land here. It would be so nice if we could just get the coastline from Italy. Italy, give me stuff. Because then we have an actual connection between these territories and we don't need to rely on shipping. They are not going to give me anything, it seems. Oh, wow. An unfair share of occupied territory. An unfair share. How come you have so much contribution to this? I don't know. We're not going to call in Turkey, still, because as long as we don't, there's not going to be a fight over here. And there's nothing else they can do to get... If they march through Turkey, they can get into our territory, and I just don't want that. So, Turkey, it's nice to have you in faction, but it's not your war. You're not going to fight it. We probably have enough air superiority here, or we could get enough air superiority for a brief amount of time that we could do paratroopers. I'm pretty happy to go with naval invasions, though. If naval invasions fail, troops turn around. If paratroopers drop and they can't win, they die. I'd rather like to keep stuff. That button is new. I like that button. Ah, perfect. Okay, let's continue here. We have a lot of free factories and nothing to do for them because resources are a thing. Tanks need the tungsten, which is exactly what we're lacking. We have everything else though, so let's bump that up to full strength. Let's do more of those. Let's do more of these. Let's actually get that up to 30, 2 full production lines. Close air support, a little bit more, why not? Since we have all the required resources, we need to produce that. We're good on support. We probably could use some more motorized infantry equipment. We're doing fine with just one row. That's still surprising. You idiot! You freaking idiot! Ah, that means I need to take care of that. Come down here. Railroad here. And then station there and be there for all eternity. Well, if we can do that, might as well go and get the Suez Canal and just cut them off from being able to trade with the Raj. Well, ship to the Raj. Well, they own most of this, so they have ports everywhere. They can go around the Cape of Africa, but they can't go through here that easily. And we have Gibraltar, which somehow belongs to Italy. So they can't send warships through Gibraltar anymore. If we get the Suez, the whole fleet, whatever they have, is trapped in the Mediterranean. That is not bad. I see you there. That's a trade I do any day. That is awesome. That's not so awesome. Okay. Let's keep on going. Game should be running after midnight. Should be running a little bit smoother now. Yeah, definitely faster. Look at that. Since we just took out like 500 divisions from Russia that are not moving anymore because they're dead. So, we're making progress. Yeah. Oh, Turkey. Very well. Turkey is controlling the channel. Sure. Turkey's actually pushing. Look at that. This would not have been possible while the war was still going on with Russia over here. And I do not want a non-aggression pact with anybody. What do you want? Why? No, I don't want your expeditionary forces. Austria-Hungary, which is actually just the Sudetenland. Nice to have you in faction, but you're really annoying. Man. Oh, there's a fight. Look at that. Ooh. We're sinking convoys. Nice. That's good. Oh, Seems I don't need the tanks. Army is doing stuff. It's good. Well, if this clears up and the territory is occupied by us, the front line will vanish and Blue Army will move up here. So it's good. The tanks are coming though. There they are. And once they are here, I can actually pull out our troops. I'm gonna do that just now. These guys, delete your front, everybody here. And stop what you're doing, railroad over here, and then, you know, do your thing. So those guys should be going now. Yep, they're going. Overrun. Nice. Tanks are here. Are the tanks actually fighting? See, now that we're taking our army out and it's just Italy defending, they're actually pushing back. But once our tanks are here... Yeah, they are in the fight. They have a defense and a breakthrough that nobody can match right now. You can actually pierce our tanks. Now look at you. That is interesting. Yeah, you have anti-tank in there. Probably even good anti-tank. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. How many tanks do we have? A lot. SPGs, yeah, looking good. Mechanized, looking good. We should start transforming more divisions over to tanks. I want this field marshal command an army of just tanks. That would be nice. I mean, eventually we get there, right? Experimental rockets. Alright, so we're gonna go rocket engines, which gives us weird stuff like the V1 rocket and other stuff we don't need, but it's a requirement in getting jet technology. And it's doing it again. I have all these icons and I have no button up here to get rid of them. I hate that. Seems to be a naval invasion here. That's failing. That's good. Last maintenance company. So that means our tanks, or we will not lose as many tanks due to failures and whatever. If you manage to get all the icons, there is a chance that this button will come back. Problem is, when you zoom out too far, the icons will vanish and you don't see them anymore, but I think this is the only place where we actually have ships and these icons should appear, so everything's good. There's a fight. There was a fight. There was not much of a fight. See, it's back. Ugh. We're not losing anything, as you can see. All numbers are 0. It's just the British, or the